If you're losing sales because people keep saying, I just need to think about it, you don't have a closing problem. You have an urgency problem. And today I'm going to fix that for you. Here's the truth. Most buyers want to move forward. They just don't feel like they have to. And if they don't feel it, they won't act. Let me show you how to change that without being pushy, fake, or aggressive. Yesterday, Greg, one of my private clients, closed 8 out of 13 calls in one single day. And just 2 weeks earlier, he was stuck. He'd been burning leads, and every time he'd walk away wondering, what am I doing wrong? He had the offer. He had the product, he had the confidence, but what he didn't have was urgency, real urgency. The kind that makes a buyer say, this isn't just a good idea, this is something that I have to do now. And what changed everything for Greg was this framework, something I called the 5-stage emotional stack. Not a script, not a gimmick, but a proven emotional arc that naturally makes someone feel the cost of inaction, the joy of breakthrough, and the identity shift that they crave. So if you've ever had a call where everything made sense, they liked you, they needed the offer, they had the money, and still said, let me think about it, this video is for you. Stage 1 is about anchoring into desire. You start with the best case future, but not a vague, imagine if life was better. You paint a moment they can feel. Say something like, let's say it's 90 days from now. We give you XYZ so you can hit ABC result. What changes for you day to day? Then pause, let them sit in that scene, let them really dig into the detail and let them live in that detail for a second. You're not selling features. You're not even selling the result. You're selling relief. You're selling freedom, and you're selling what it feels like to finally become that version of themselves they've been chasing for months or years. Once they feel the scene, you make it personal. You say, to finally be that person after all the times you've tried and kind of the momentum that you lost, what would that do for you personally to finally be there? You're not asking for logic, you're asking for identity. This is where they stop thinking and they start feeling. You'll often hear things like, I'd feel proud of myself again, or I'd stop feeling like a disappointment. This is the first crack in the wall where they feel seen. And when people feel seen, they start trusting you. Now that we have that, we move to the pain of staying stuck. You say, if nothing changes, and if you keep doing what you've been doing, what does your life look like, 3 or maybe even 5 years from now? Most people avoid this question in their own minds. So when you ask it, you're not hurting them, you're holding the mirror. If they say, I don't know, push a little. Well, if you had to guess, or let's say it's 5 years later and nothing's changed, what do you feel you'd be dealing with at that point? This is where they feel the cost of inaction, and this is where urgency begins to form. Now you lock it in. You say, why is that not okay with you anymore? Then shut up. Don't interrupt. Let the tension build. This is the moment they start selling themselves. They'll say things like, because I'm tired of starting over, because I can't keep living like this, because I've already lost too much time. They are now emotionally and psychologically committed, not because of you, but because of what's at stake if they don't act. If you want to guide a conversation like this, start to finish, without sounding scripted or pushy, I built something called the Mirrors Kit. It's $17, and it's the exact discovery and pitch system that helped me generate over 17 million in closed deals. Inside, you'll start to understand how to think through a sales call. Just tap the link below and get instant access. The last stage is identity. You ask, are you ready to become that version of you that actually makes this change today? Are you ready to become the version of you that is capable of making XYZ a month, or is capable of being XYZ parent? You're not selling the offer. You're asking if they're ready to step into who they say they want to be. And when they say yes, it's not just a yes to the product. It's a yes to themselves. And that's the most powerful close on earth. Now, let's hit 2 objections that might come up from you guys. 1, what if I sound awkward? You won't if you see the scene in your head before you speak. When the picture is real in your mind, your tone follows naturally. You sound calm, you sound real, and you sound like you care. 2, what if they don't answer deeply? then you guide them. Say, tell me more about that, or what makes that important to you, or simply pause longer. Sometimes silence is the key. I want you guys to understand something. I couldn't close a $1,000 deal when I started. Now I've done over 17 million in sales because I finally learned how to make people feel why now matters, and you can do the same. Click the link below and grab the Mirrors Kit, and I'll walk you through every step. And if you want to know the 2 biggest problems you must solve on every sales call so objections become irrelevant before they even show up, watch the next video right here.